What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I got an EPS carry to mount on my Hellcat Pro, and I want to talk about a few issues I had and what I think of this optic. So let's jump into it. So when I saw Holosun was coming out with the EPS carry, the closed emitter red dot for smaller sized guns, it piqued my interest. I really like these closed emitter red dots and all the options that they have. First and foremost, the biggest one being no dirt or dust or anything can get down on your emitter. It's a closed emitter. The dot is inside two panes of glass, so nothing can get in there. I have had an issue with that in the past with a Sig Romeo Zero that I have on my other Hellcat actually. After a day of riding around on the Razor, concealed carrying it, or having it on my hip, you know, it gets dust and mud and stuff like that in there. And that will be a nice solution to alleviate some of those problems. Now the EPS carry, they say, has the same footprint as the 407/507K, which is mostly true. Uses the same adapter, it'll bolt on, but there are also a few things that are different on the bottom side of this thing. Also, this EPS carry is a little bit thinner than the 407 and 507K. It still has all the same great features: external battery tray, solar charging, adjustable brightness. The EPS carry comes in different models with green or red dots, or the multi-reticle system with the circle, the dot, or the circle dot together, which is what all of mine are. All of my guns that I have a Holosun on have the multi-reticle system. I kind of like to keep things consistent throughout, and I have found the Holosun is my favorite pistol red dot. Whether it's small size, large size, they're my favorite. Now when I was looking for a red dot for this Hellcat Pro, this is the one that I wanted. They weren't quite released yet, so I had to wait a little bit, but I finally bought it and an adapter plate from C&H Precision. Now if you don't know C&H Precision, they make adapter plates for red dots for pretty much every handgun out there, and I have used them in the past and they have been perfect on everything. I have never had a complaint until now. So this one, I got a email saying that they were in stock and ready to ship, so I got right on there as soon as I got the email, ordered this red dot. I purchased this red dot and the adapter plate at the same time, and they shipped it out to me. Went to put it on and it wouldn't go on. The issue I had was I would tighten the screws down that came with it that they sent, and the red dot wasn't tight. It was moving around. So I thought, maybe the screws are just too long since this is thinner. So I pulled the 507K off of my Kimber Mako that I have that also has a C&H Precision's mounting plate on it. Put this EPS carry on it, bolted it down, zero problems. Actually, Co-Witness is a little better because it's a little thinner. Took the 507K, put it on here with this adapter plate and the screws that came with this red dot, no problems. I called up C&H Precision the next day and talked to the customer service rep. I don't remember his name. And I told him, hey, I bought these two together. Here's my order number. I need some different screws. These screws are too long. I don't know if he misunderstood me or thought I was talking about something else, but he proceeded to tell me, no, when we got the EPS carry prototypes and made all these plates, and then we got the actual EPS carries in stock, it was a different pattern, And so it's the plate itself. We'll send you a different plate when we get them made. I said, I think I just need a little bit shorter screw to bolt these down. No, it's the plate. As soon as we get them in stock, we'll send you an email and ship one out to you. So I got home from work, started tinkering with it a little more, and the only way I think that it could be the plate is if they were gonna make the plate thicker. Because this plate works perfectly fine. It fits perfectly on the gun. The red dot fits perfectly on it. It's only the screws that are longer. So I think the only way that the plate could be wrong is if they thought this red dot was as thick as the 407 and 507K, and they're going to make the plates thicker, which wouldn't make much sense in my mind. I would just think they would shorten the screws a little bit. So in tinkering around, I went to the local hardware store, found some screws that were the same thread, just one size smaller, and they fit perfect. They fit fine. Let me back up. They don't fit perfect. They fit fine, they bolt it down, everything is tight, but the head on the screws is bigger than the head on these screws. If this will focus, they don't sit down nice and recessed like these ones. They got kind of a bigger pan head on them, so they stick up a little bit and look kind of goofy, and I didn't like that. So I pulled them off, got the adapter plate that came with the red dot sight from Holosun in the box, pulled it out, set it on there, started messing with the screws that came with it. They still didn't work. So as of right now, how I sit right now, I have this on here with the adapter plate from Holosun with the EPS carry and the original screws that came from C&H Precision. Now this plate from Holosun is just a little bit thicker than the C&H Precision plate, which happens to make it work with these screws. These screws are too long, so with a thicker plate, it bumps them up just a little bit, and that thing is on there like it should be. I do want to use the C&H Precision plate because it's a little bit thinner. It'll let that optic sit a little bit lower and let you be able to co-witness a little better. As you can see, you can barely see that front side in there with the Holosun plate. And with the C&H plate, it will just sit down just that little bit more, let you be able to co-witness a little bit better. So I'm going to run it like this until they can figure out a solution. I might try and call back again and just see if that guy didn't know what I was talking about, or if I can talk to someone that knows a little bit more about these, because after the call it seemed like he was a little bit confused. But all in all, I like this red dot. I haven't gone out and shot this yet because I've been dealing with the screws and the plates and messing with that, just trying to get it on here. But playing around with this optic, it's pretty sweet. Okay guys, quick update. I wanted to show you the differences in these. This is a C&H Precision plate, like I showed you before. It has the 2 recoil lugs on the front and the 2 bolt holes that bolt the Holosun red dot to the slide. This is the plate that they said would work for either the 407, the 507, or the EPS carry. Now this is the plate that comes with the EPS carry. It has 2 recoil lugs up front, plus 2 smaller lugs a little bit lower, kind of next to the bolt holes. So it's a little bit different. Here's the mounting pattern for a 507K. You can see it has spots for the 2 front recoil lugs, and that's it, and just the 2 bolt holes. Here's the EPS carry. It has spots for 4 recoil lugs right on the front rim, and then spots for the two smaller ones on the side of the bolt holes down here, so a total of 6 recoil lugs. I called C&H Precision earlier today after I filmed the first portion of this video. They said that the new plate will have more recoil lugs on it for this EPS carry. When they originally got the prototype of the EPS carry, it had the same footprint as the 407 507K with just the 2 recoil lugs, and then when they actually got the red dots in stock, it was different. So they are going to be sending me out a new plate with more recoil lugs when they get them in stock. I still have the problem with the screws. I'm not sure what their solution there is, if they know about that, but he is sending me a new set of screws right now before they get those new plates all made up, to see if that'll fix my problem so that I can run it with the plate that I have. So that's just a quick update on some new information that I found out today. So when I get that new plate in, I'll get it installed and do a little range video with it and give you guys kind of an update on it. Like I said, this back part is thinner than the 407 and 507K. The closed emitter, you can get it either in just a dot or the multi-reticle system in green or red, and it's all enclosed, which is extremely nice, especially for concealed carry. When I conceal carry, I typically carry appendix, and you get lint and dust and stuff off your clothes, whatever it is, and that can hamper your ability to see that red dot or distort it if it has something blocking that little emitter. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there's a lot of options that these have that I like about them. External battery tray, the solar backup, the adjustable brightness, the multi-reticle option where you can choose a dot, a circle, or both. And they've always been reliable for me. I've never had a problem with any of the Holosun red dots that I own, and I've got probably 10 to 15 of them, I would guess, off the top of my head. Pistol, handgun red dots. And they've all been flawless. Now I can't say the same for a couple other brands that I've tried, but these ones have been awesome. So yeah, that's just an issue that I had while trying to mount the EPS carry on my Hellcat Pro. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the EPS carry and the few little problems I had with that C&H Precision adapter plate. If you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, whatever, leave them down in the description. If you haven't seen the comparison video I did between the Hellcat and the Hellcat Pro, I'll link that down below for you guys. As always, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.